A sport that continues to look forward for any advantage it can get on its competition, tonight looks back on its heritage, its tradition, its legends and heroes. From paint schemes to uniforms to network graphics and sponsor logos, teams, drivers, and the track itself, all embracing this throwback weekend.
And we start the Bojangles Southern 500.
He's got them all in the palm of his hand right now. Carl Edwards at the front of the pack.
Southern 500, awesome work, guys.
Carl Edwards gets the victory.
Awesome, way to go, team. Woo!
This is what it's about. We're sliding cars. The tires are falling off. I mean, this is the style of racing that I love. We made it Carlington for a couple of moments, but this is a Southern 500. This is so cool. This is huge.
And here they come. The green flag is out. It looks like it's going to be a race to the first turn.
It sure is, Bill, and we're going to see which was the wisest, Pearson or Leroy.
And it looks like Pearson. Pearson hangs on to the inside, and Leroy goes just a little bit high as they head to the backstretch. It's Pearson around that first turn, around number 2, and into the backstretch, into the number 1 spot. So, Fred, I guess that seems to be the charm spot at least today. And now David Pearson starts to put on the heat to go by Glotzback. And immediately there's a sign down in the pit for Pearson, think. Apparently they don't want him to put too much heat on Baker, but there he goes by Baker. David Pearson goes by Baker, and his pit crew says, wow, what are you doing? David pulls alongside. And it looks like Pearson, he does get him. David Pearson going into the lead. So with 50 laps to go, it promises to be quite a finish. So here he comes with less than half a lap to go, coming down the home straightaway. And a checkered flag for David Pearson. First big win for him on the super speedways in 7 years, and the 5th win this year. And a mighty welcome victory it is, too, because it brings him $13,900 for the first place finish.
Regan Smith looking for his first Sprint Cup victory. Carl Edwards trying to deny him from the outside of the front row. Then Keselowski, Stewart, Kane, and Hamlin. Green flag, 2 to go.
Boy, I tell you, that 2 car gets up in there. That's going to mess with Carl a little bit. But Carl should be able to get the steam up the outside.
But Regan Smith in that 78 gets a good run through 1 and 2. Actually pulls away from Carl Edwards down the backstretch.
Can he do it? Can he hold him off?
No matter what, we've got a race now. They'll race it back if we don't get a caution.
Boy, Regan got off of the turn 2.
Oh,
really
he hits the wall.
He's all right. He's okay. He got off there great.
But Edwards didn't jump inside.
They're all wrecking behind him, but it's okay. Can he hold him off? One more corner.
Here we come to the flag.
He's
Regan
got
Smith looking for his first Sprint Cup win. Edwards to Carlin's back. Smith gets the flag, and this time he'll get to keep it.
Legends win this race. I'm not supposed to win this race. I have never even had a top 5. I guess that shows in this series, anybody can win on any given Sunday.
That was Bobby Isaac, but there's been a crash on the home stretch. A car upside down.
And that's
a
Richard
blue
Petty.
car. It is Richard Petty. That looks like Richard's helmet sticking out of the car, and he certainly appears to be unconscious. The pit crew running out. The yellow flag, of course, is out.
It takes a tremendous lick to do the damage to this wall that it did. Of course, he was running perhaps 150 miles an hour, and a 4,000-pound automobile going at this speed can do a lot of damage. It's one of the most serious accidents as far as automobile damage is concerned that I have seen.
Welcome to the Darlington Raceway, the oldest major super speedway in the United States today. And we're just moments away from the start line of the granddaddy of all of major stock car racing, the Southern 500. It looks like a 2-car race at this point. And look how close Pearson is going to try to get him. And Cale has something left that closes the gate on him. He can't quite get by. They'll go into the number 3 turn. Pearson right up close, but somehow Cale fights him off, and there he gets a good break. There's a little traffic on the inside, and Pearson has to back off. Here's the last turn. And Cale's going to win it. The checkered flag is out for Cale Yarborough in one of the most thrilling finishes of all time, and it's dejection in the pit of David Pearson right now, and jubilation by the Wood brothers, the pit crew of Cale Yarborough.
Well, Cale, it must be a happy day for you, eh?
Yes, this is the happiest day of my life.
4 big speedway races, a new record in one season, and the first time victory before a hometown crowd.
Right, and do it at home, that makes it better than anything in the world.
I think that Richard Petty probably today will be as strong as anyone, and Darrell Waltrip running exceptionally well. You know, the list just goes on and on. I can go down through 10 guys, and they do truly have a chance to win.
Into turn one, it's Darrell Waltrip who grabs the lead with pole sitter Donnie Allison hot on his tail. Darrell Waltrip and Wanda, the number 88 Chevrolet, have enjoyed lucrative times of late after Darrell paid his dues on the short track circuits and launched his assault on Grand National Racing. We're into the last lap with 3 leaders still jammed together. Darrell Waltrip goes high in turn one. Richard Petty looks for daylight underneath. He's alongside. It's a drag race to the finish line. Allison in third, blocked. He has nowhere to go. Down the backstretch, the final 2 turns. Petty can't hold the STP car low. Here comes Waltrip underneath. Waltrip has the lead. Who's it going to be? Allison tries the inside. Darrell Waltrip wins the Rebel 500. One of the most dramatic of the myriad spectacular finishes in NASCAR racing history goes to Waltrip, with Richard Petty second and Donnie Allison third.
And a crowd of 60,000 jammed into the speedway at the hamlet of Darlington.
There they go, the green flag is out. He looks like he's going to make his move now. Whoops, he's getting far enough up, and those boys are in trouble.
Oh, Yarborough right out of the racetrack. We can just see his car tumbling end over end, and that's the last we've seen of it. There's McQuagg, who was in the crash with him in number 24. That car's a wreck. Can't imagine what the one outside the track is. Now the second place car is trying to fall in line just behind Ned to make a little more finish here. He's only about 10 feet behind him, but in reality, he is 14 laps.
Well, you can see how slow Ned is actually running here because Buddy Baker is attempting to pass him.
That's it. That is the finish line of the Southern 500, 1965, a race that will be long remembered in the Southland, and we presume by all of you who have seen it on television.
It was quite a ride. There's no doubt about it. Don't let anyone ever tell you that prayer don't help.
I don't believe you can catch him and pass him. He might catch him, but I don't believe you can pass him. Boy, he's game now. He picked up a bunch that time coming off at turn 2. Looked like Jeff Gordon had to get off the throttle that time off 2 for some reason.
And Burton closes in. How much is a million? Well, 1,000 times 1,000. Or perhaps you can better understand in these terms.
Here he goes. Look here. Oh, they made contact.
And they make contact. They go down into the corner side by side, and Jeff Gordon holds off the challenge. This is the last lap of the race, folks. They're onto the backstretch, and Gordon lengthens his lead just a little bit. He lengthens it out as Jeff Burton and Dale Jarrett drop back just a little bit. Here he comes off of the 4th corner. Jeff Burton will make a challenge off the corner onto the straightaway.
Yeah, we did
But
it!
Jeff Gordon wins it.
Holy cow!
Jeff Gordon adds another accomplishment to his already impressive record. He captures 3 of NASCAR's 4 Crown Jewel events in 1997 and wins the Winston Million.
Come on, baby, come on. Side by side, 2 laps to go. Somebody's got to yield, getting into turn 1.
Nobody. And in the wall goes Busch.
That was not a very good idea.
Look, the crossover move, he got into it.
Come on, clear. Good job, man. Hang in there.
Both these cars are driving terrible right now. Half a lap to go.
Nah, they're driving good. Come on, baby. You can do it on this end of the speedway. Come off the board and get up alongside of him.
Half a mile to go.
Here he comes. Here he comes.
Who's going to get off?
Here he comes. Here he comes. He's got him this time.
It's going to be a drag race. Wow. They touch. They touch.
Craven got him. Craven got him.
Craven got him.
And Craven. All right. What a finish.
Have you ever?
No, I've never.
Wow.
What a finish.
I kept trying to look and find the scoring pylon, and it had 32 above the 97. I was deflated for a second, and then I'm like, no, maybe they're gonna go to video, you know, like the horse race review. And Fenning said, we're second. That was when we were about halfway down the back. I didn't know that it was as big of a moment in the interview or at that time. We did something special, but I didn't know to the magnitude of what.
Bill Elliott with a chance that no other racing driver in the history of this sport has even ever come close to.
$1 million.
Bill Elliott is going toward immortality. Bill Elliott gets the checkered flag. Bill Elliott has won an additional $1 million in 1985. The crowd they are just really responding to this. There you see a shot from the second pace car that is riding along with Bill. The shot as you see the celebration going on. Ned Jarrett getting ready to talk to Bill. They hope the end. The hat flies off, but that is really incidental at this moment. I think you can buy another one. I think so.
And this is the happiest victory lane perhaps of all time. Bill Elliott, the $1 million man. How does it feel?
I don't know. I think it'll settle in sometime next week. I can't believe it.